Hello, dear friends. There are so many messages about this month that it is difficult to summarize them because it seems to be a very active and important month. I appreciate the help received to survive this month. Opinion piece. Magic September. A crucial month. Mirror Gateway. Time for romance. Suspended in time. Financial volatility. 2024 Convergence. 0 point stillness. September catwalks. The veil has thinned. It feels very different. Planetary Quadrature. Signs in the sun, moon, and stars. Let's start. September is full of many surprises. The energy that comes at this sign is giving us the opportunity to strengthen our connection with the universe and the source of all life, according to Emmanuel Dyer. In this month's esoteric calendar, the stargates open from September 3rd to 7th, bringing consciousness expanding flows during the lunar eclipse window on Tuesday, September 17th, the equinox on Sunday, October 22nd, and the solar eclipse on Wednesday, October 2nd, not to mention the square between Jupiter in Gemini and Saturn in Pisces on October 24th. Forecast. According to the NAth, September is one of the most active months of 2024, with all this energy circulating plus the eclipse. September is a month of great transformation. The beginning of the month is not likely to be the end. It's a month to embrace change and remain open to the possibilities of the universe. We have a Pisces lunar eclipse on the 17th, and the sister eclipse to this one will be on October 2nd. So it's safe to say that both September and October will have very similar energy. We may even have to wait until the end of October to truly recognize the transformation that has taken place. In the first part of the month, we are supported by the earth energy of Virgo, which guides us to focus on our health and develop our inner resources. Do your best to develop your inner world and focus on building your inner strength. Adopt some healthy habits, protect your energy field, be firm in your boundaries, and treat the body like a temple. In the second half of the month, and as we approach the eclipse, we may feel the universe calling us to surrender. While we should allow ourselves to be guided through these transits, we may also need to stand firm and defend ourselves. The equinox at the sun's entry into Libra will encourage us to find this balance between surrender and control. We need to pay attention to what we need to let go of and what we need to take charge of. We may also need to conserve our energy and find supportive ways to nourish and nurture our being so that we don't feel depleted. By the end of September, we will still be riding the transformative waves of eclipse season, but we will likely have encountered some sort of ending. We may feel like a chapter has closed and we are waiting for what will open. October will likely bring us those answers. Purpose. The purpose of every human being is to return home to ourselves, to remember and connect with our divine immortal essence, and to recognize our oneness with the source of all that is. This is not so much about reaching a destination, but rather a shift in consciousness that can only happen when we accept being in the present. Returning home to ourselves allows us to transcend the illusions of separation, fear, and survival-based conditioning. It helps us to connect with the peace that has always been beneath everything, according to Emmanuel Dyer. The mind may try to create narratives that limit your ability to access feelings of unconditional peace, but it only does so because it is trying to keep itself safe and comfortable by doing what has worked for in the past, namely using survival-oriented thought patterns. If this happens, thank the mind for trying to protect you in the best way it knows how. The mind only wants you to acknowledge and love it. Opportunity. September offers us the opportunity to begin to change our relationship with the mind so that we can come home to ourselves and experience the deep connection with spirit that we have desired since the day we were born into three-dimensional life. Let this be the season when you choose to make yourself the highest priority in your life and when you are committed to loving and honoring yourself from now on. Life is about being part of the human experience. One of the main components of the human experience is being part of a community. When we share and express what we desire with the universe and those around us, asking for support, we open ourselves to receiving opportunities that would not have otherwise had the chance to experience. The next few months will push us to open ourselves to receiving and giving support. May this September take you back to yourself and allow your heart, mind, and spirit to feel unconditionally loved. The mirroring portal. From September 2nd to October 5th, a portal opens to help make very important decisions about your life, which will impact your existence for the next 3 years. According to Anna Merkaba, we are guided to look through the mirror, just like Alice, so that we can choose the experience we wish to have in life. Things are becoming clearer as you grow wiser. The stronghold of the past is loosening its hold, and you have answered the call for those of your rank and partnership to join you. The time has come to remove the one-way mirror and lift the veil so that you can see what this universe you have created for yourselves is made of. The veil has thinned enough for you to look through the mirror and see those who have controlled reality and manipulated thought. Gateways. September is full of gateways, giving us a new experience of ascension according to Sandra Walter. It feels very different. Focus on the pure intelligence of the heart and the expansion of consciousness, and this process of realm shifting will unfold more easily. The matter plasma is expanding its influence in the lower realms. It feels, it feels like liquid light is flowing in the field, in your body and in your consciousness. Less particles and more waves. Plasma increases in intensity as these cosmic portals open. Receive and integrate with deep meditation in the living stillness of 0 point. Gaia asks us to hold the field in divine neutrality for something new to unfold, and as this is a very active month. September walkways. The current refinement of the Christ field changes our experience of ascension. Positive outcomes are amplified. Lesser agendas fade away. The intelligence of the matter plasma is a vibrant frequency. We are able to receive and generate this new light as quickly as it rises. This acceleration increases with each moment, uninhibited by denser magnetic influence. Narratives change with more ease, grace, and acceptance. Revelations become stronger and more frequent as lower realms collapse. September portals connect the conduits of Christ consciousness. This unified activation of the I am level of presence rapidly changes the collective reality and outcome. The conduits are more stable now as our unified heart has established a direct connection with Source. This allows the conduits to hold these higher frequencies without becoming entangled in collective fears or external projections. True freedom occurs when the collective veils dissolve. Many will feel sensations of a new timeline as the stargates open, representing the ascension of unified consciousness rising into higher states of positive co-creation or states of the new earth realm. As the true power of loving intelligence increases, the conduit of I am presence rises into organic, functioning creator begins. Eclipses. The Rosh Hashanah Ring of Fire eclipse is coming in October, according to Michael Snyder. In 2024, there are only two solar eclipses. The first occurred on April 8, 2024. It was known as the Great American Eclipse of 2024, and it occurred just after the sun set in Israel and the first day of the first month of the Hebrew calendar began. The second solar eclipse of 2024 will take place on October 2nd. When it occurs, the sun will have just set in Israel and the Rosh Hashanah holiday will have just begun. It is just a coincidence that the first solar eclipse of 2024 fell right on the first day of the first month of the Hebrew calendar, and that the second solar eclipse of 2024 fell right on the day that is celebrated the Jewish New Year. If that is just a coincidence, then it is a very strange one. Jesus wanted that there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, in the last days, and for there to be a solar eclipse, both the sun and the moon must be involved. So buckle up, fasten your seat belts, and hold on tight, because I have a feeling that the chaos we have seen so far will be nothing compared to what's coming, and I hope I'm wrong. Convergence. It seems unusual that the Planetary Square event, not since 1979, arrives in October, and that fires, floods, volcanic phenomena, and extreme winds begin to be noticeable along the same timeline. Our world is resetting financially and politically. Connect the dots of this event, and you will see a bigger picture of why our life experiences so many changes in such a short period of time. On October 24th, a very important square will form between Jupiter in Gemini and Saturn in Pisces, creating tensions between the ambition and desire for expansion represented by Jupiter and the limits and restrictions imposed by Saturn. The most notable position of the year is that of Saturn on September 8th. The planet will shine brightly through the night and will be visible to the naked eye. This planetary configuration can manifest as a conflict between optimism and pessimism, a tension between freedom and responsibility, a clash between the desire for growth and the need to set limits, and the difficulty in balancing risk and caution. On a mundane level, this square could be reflected in economic challenges requiring balancing growth and austerity, debates over regulations versus liberalization in different areas, and conflicts between established institutions and disruptive new ideas. Fulford Perts. According to Benjamin Fulford, the BRICS control 80% or more of the world economy. The BRICS coalition supports a global village rather than a centralized theocracy. More than 2,000 Chinese soldiers were killed last week after they invaded Myanmar to take control of tin mines. Myanmar supplies two-thirds of the tin used by China and is essential for the electronics and automobile industries. This tin has been cut off, and this gives the coalition a powerful card to play in the upcoming negotiations with China over the new financial system. The failed invasion came up at a high-level meeting in Thailand between the Western White Hats and representatives of Asian secret societies last week. Much of the conversation focused on the planned new currency for the BRICS. The conclusion was that India holds the key at the moment. The value of the BRICS currency will be derived from the value of all the currencies in the basket put together. As India has a lot of influence in the global south, the talks are likely to focus on debt relief for developing countries and paying a fair price for their commodities. This will require regime change in the West. The coalition's plans is for Trump's vice-presidential nominee, J.D. Vance, to resign and be replaced by RFK Jr. RFK Jr. says that if Trump wins, people will see a very different president that they saw during his first term. Trump said, "I named a lot of people I shouldn't have named, and now I know who they are." The UN also looks to be dismantled when Trump returns to power. One official doubts the UN will survive a second Trump term. The functional part of the UN will be taken over by a new organization whose headquarters are being built in Laos. Telegram founder Pavel Durov is a member of the Davos Forum. Durov is charged with 12 crimes and cannot leave France. The new Russian CEO is Durov's brother, and Russia will take control of Telegram. Russia wants to crack down on criminal activities at Telegram. All Telegram employees have fled Dubai. In Kenya, Bill Gates has ordered the government to implant a microchip in all children from birth. This is a pilot project that they want to implement in other countries. Brazil demanded that the X network to be censored, but Elon Musk refused to censor it, so they banned this social network. Now Brazilians are trying to access X through VPN, but they want to fine them $8,900 a day. Elon Musk promises to reveal alleged crimes of the judge who banned him. The Club of Rome seems to want to join the coalition. It claims that human civilization is in deep trouble, but there are dozens of solutions. The Club of Rome have joined the BRICS in support of a multipolar world, a debt jubilee, and a massive campaign to end poverty. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.